Hey guys, welcome back. This is Dominique at First Team Subaru. We're inside of the 2026 Outback. So if you've been tuning in, I want to thank you for lending me some of your time. Hopefully you've been able to learn a couple things about the Subaru product and about your beautiful new Outback. So I wanted to go over the Infotainment Center here, or the Multimedia display as it's referred to. And you may have seen a kind of a purple violet light that popped up here. That's an infrared light for the DriverFocus system, which is housed right here. Oh, there it is. There's the light right there. Funny thing is, I actually can't see that with my naked eye right now. It's only showing up on the phone here as I'm recording. So that's an infrared light. That's a good function because it's not going to be distracting as we're driving, but our camera is able to pick up that infrared light. So that was pretty cool to see it in real time. But here we are with our Infotainment Center. So my phone is connected with Android Auto and Bluetooth. So you're seeing the Bluetooth symbol right here. You're seeing a shortcut to your voice commands there, or hands-free voice assistant, and then you're seeing some audio feedback right there. So I'm going to go over what these buttons do, and then a little bit of a deep dive into things, and then next we'll be going over the DriverFocus. I'll try to keep this as concise as possible. So this is a touring Outback, so it does have onboard navigation. This is a notice that's going to pop up each time if you don't hit forget. So this is a brand new vehicle. Obviously, we're going to keep that notice there. But this is your onboard navigation. It's pretty straightforward. It's going to work just like any other navigation that you probably have a lot of experience with. So I'm not going to bore you with the details, but just know that you can search for points of interest. You can type in an actual physical address, and then it gives you some other things like gas. This will give you ability for like parks and so forth, parking and food, and then so forth. So you can get around in there and you can mess around with it. There's a settings where you can have it avoid certain tolls or avoid highways or change your route options and so forth. So again, I'm not going to bore you with those details. That's pretty straightforward. Right here with the audio function. So this right now is on Android Auto. It's showing it's ready to play Small Axe, which is a really good song. Highly recommend it. And earlier, when we were going over your steering wheel mounted controls, we had mentioned this source button. So this is a good screen that will display the function of that button. So if you hit that button, it's just going to take us through a different bands. So we go from Android Auto to Bluetooth to FM radio, AM, Sirius satellite radio, XM radio, and then so forth. All right. So we're going through there. So here we see our favorites at the bottom. So there's an FM favorite, there's an AM favorite, then there's a Sirius XM favorite. So I did it that way to show you this other function on the steering wheel because we're tying this all together, right? The seek button here will take us through either a progression of songs. So if I'm listening to an album of songs, if I'm listening to Pandora or any sort of streaming service, this will take us either previous track, next track, but this will also take us through our favorites. So you just hit that button right there. And this is going to take us to favorite 2, which is AM radio, favorite 3, which is Sirius XM radio. All right. And then we can go backwards and same thing. So this button will take you through your favorites, and you can save up to 20 favorites. So if it's something that you like, don't feel shy about it. Go ahead and save it. I can't even name 20 stations myself. So if you think you like it, throw it up there and then you can revisit it. If you need to override it, it's extremely easy. You just press and hold, and that's how you save the favorite. So it's telling you right there, press and hold for a few seconds. You'll get a beep, and then you'll see your new favorite is saved. Okay. Next button down is going to be for your projection service. So I have an Android, so it's showing Android. If you have Apple, it would show Apple. This is just going to show your maps right there. No problem. You can see it integrates in. So even though I'm using my phone to record, it's using these other features in the background seamlessly. So you can use your navigation. This will give you real-time traffic information and so forth. Okay. So I'm already here at Subaru, of course. So we're going to go ahead and X that out. This is showing our weather right now. It shows 41. Car says 44. So we're somewhere in that area, right? And then this is just music, sort of a music tile. Now, I want to show you this because when you get to this screen, if you have an Android, it takes up the full screen. And honestly, it took me a little bit to figure this out. And I had to actually refer to a couple of my colleagues here. But when it takes up the full screen, you may be saying, well, how do I get back to my home screen for my radio? Like not my phone, not Android Auto. How do I get to my home screen? If you have Apple, you should see a minimize button up in the top. That should grab your attention. You can hit that and then it'll take you out of this full screen mode. With Android, it's a little bit different. This is the button that pulls up the app tray. It pulls up kind of supported apps on your phone. And this first button that says Subaru, Outback, this takes us right back to our home screen. Okay, so I'll show you that one more time, because when you get here with Android Auto, it takes up the full screen. It looks wonderful. It integrates wonderfully, and it's for obvious reasons. It's a really good interface. But if you need to get back to your home screen, you hit your dots in the bottom and then you hit Outback, and this is going to take you back to the actual home screen of the vehicle itself. All right. This is going to be our settings button, so you can go in and you can adjust a lot of different settings in your vehicle. You can refer to your getting started guide or your owner's manual for more information. The important ones that I'll kind of point out is going to be your vehicle screen. This is going to enable you to make a lot of changes and personalization with your vehicle itself. The distraction mitigation system, we'll be heading there here shortly. This is for your DriverFocus system that I referenced earlier, but you can change settings. You can turn off that automatic vehicle shutdown if you're going to be spending a lot of time in your vehicle while it's idling. Rear seat reminder, that's another thing that's commonly adjusted right there. So our settings button, and that was under vehicle settings. Your manage devices is where you'd go to pair more devices. So you can see that we're connected to my phone here, but we can add more devices as well. So that's how that does that. That's how you manage your devices. Displays, phone, a lot of this is going to be pretty straightforward. And then the one other one I wanted to point out two actually, Valet Mode. Valet Mode is going to lock your radio screen. If you're going somewhere where they're valeting your car, especially, this is a perfect example. My Android Auto is connected. My text messages are connected. My history for my maps is connected. My phone log is connected. So very much integrated with my phone. And if I was going to a place where they're going to be valeting my car, someone could theoretically get in there and start snooping around. So if you're worried about that, Valet Mode, you can see it grays out everything on the radio, on the touchscreen here. Everything's grayed out. It's going to enable the ability to use the backup camera, and that is pretty much it, right? So no one's going to be able to access my phone records, access my text messages, my history for maps, or any of that sensitive information. And that's right through Valet Mode. You make up your own 4-digit PIN. I don't recommend using 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, but you set up your own PIN each time you activate it, okay? So it took me over to driver profiles, and that's actually just fine because I just want to show you here where you can add your profile, which is going to be necessary anyway. Select my language as English, put my name, and then that's fine. We'll choose that emblem. All right. So now, as you can see, since we do have DriverFocus, it's a standard on the 2026 Outback. Once I set up my profile, it's going to go ahead, and the last step is it's going to go ahead and use facial recognition, and it's going to save the position for my seats and mirror. So let me back up a little bit. You can see that full thing. I'm trying to do multiple things here at once. I'm actually adjusting my mirrors, adjusting my seat a little bit. You may have heard that. All right. And then once you get everything to where you wish the desired position, we're going to hit next. Follow the instructions there. And there we are. It's that easy. So now I'm connected with DriverFocus. Okay. So right here, if I go to that button right there, it's got my profile that I just created. It's connected to my phone. And we're ready. We're rocking and rolling here. So let me navigate back to distraction mitigation system here. Okay, so let me show you. We're just going to go to vehicle under settings, distraction mitigation system. All right. So it's turned on right here, okay? So you can turn it on or off. If it's a feature that you don't want to use, you do not have to use it. That's the beauty of it. User recognition is turned on as well. And then this button will allow you to update your seat and mirror position. So if you got taller overnight and all of a sudden you need more leg room, you can adjust it there. So you can do multiple users, okay? And you can go in here. Now, right now we're under my profile. So if we wanted to do another user, we would actually create another user this way, okay? But since we're under my profile, this is gonna enable me to make some adjustments there. The auto retract driver seat, the nice thing is if you're not sure what something does, you press the little I button, it's gonna give you more information, okay? So that tells you right there. So I can go in and I can adjust my record right here. So now that my record is set up, my driver profile is set up, it's gonna use this infrared camera right there that you can see. Again, I can't see those lights with my naked eye, so it's not gonna be a distraction. It's showing up through the camera here. It's picking up that low infrared light. That's gonna watch my face for distracted driving. So please do refer to your owner's manual for more information, but just a brief rundown. It watches your face for distracted driving. Make sure that your eyes are focused on the road. If you are looking outside of the window or looking elsewhere, it's gonna notify you and say, hey, please keep your eyes on the road. You're gonna get a notification right here, and you're also gonna get an auditory beep, 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 beep. It's gonna let you know. If you do not respond from there, that is when safety features start to kick in. So when you're using your adaptive cruise control or when you're using highway, your hands-free assist, you're pretty much on autopilot, okay? The car is doing automated steering. You know, it is speeding up and slowing down as need be, maintaining a safe speed. And you are either on autopilot with the hands-free or near autopilot with your adaptive cruise control and lane centering. Okay, so very important that you stay attentive because you have to be attentive in order for those systems to remain active. If you're not attentive, it's going to try to get your attention and it's going to try to alert you. For example, if it thinks that you may be asleep, it's going to start pulsing the brakes. It'll rapidly pulse the brakes to try and jar you awake, okay? And there's a sequence of other safety functions as well. And not to get too much in depth, please do refer to your owner's manual. But if you are a Subaru vet, if you've been driving Subarus, through multiple generations, you may already be familiar with the DriverFocus system. If you are familiar with it, it has vastly improved through the years. So if you didn't like it 6-7 years ago, you may really like it now because they made some drastic improvements into the logic of the system and software and so forth. So that's DriverFocus. Just to reiterate, you can set your memory settings here on the door. If you don't want to use the DriverFocus system, if you're okay with the DriverFocus system and the user recognition, it will automatically program your stored settings for your seat position and your mirror position, as well as saving other settings in the background that you may change. So if you're going and if you're making adjustments in your settings menu for your eyesight features and so forth, it's going to remember all of those changes that you made as well. So for example, if you wanted to go to cruise control and if you wanted to change it to comfort instead of standard or dynamic to where it accelerates a little bit quicker, it's going to remember what you've changed it to in the background. And if there's multiple drivers, it saves the appropriate settings for each driver in the background. So there we are. There's an overview of the multimedia system here, as well as the DriverFocus system. And this pretty much brings us right into full view and circles us back home here in the Outback. So I hope that the information was useful to you. This is great because you can go back and you can refer to whatever you may need additional assistance on. You can please feel free to share it and bookmark it. Please feel free to like it as well. That would really help us as well here at First Team Subaru. But I wanted to take this time to lastly thank you sincerely for spending some time with me, allowing me to help you learn about your new vehicle. Thank you for choosing First Team Subaru. My name is Dominique. If you need any further assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. But I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope that you grow to love your Subaru as much as we do here at First Team Subaru in Suffolk. Thank you again.